I consider myself a fashion designer as well as a tailor at the same time.
So I call myself a fashion designer and moreover a tailor. People actually avoid the name being tailor. Me, I call myself Cameroonian local tailor before being an international someone.
There's one thing I've realized, even in music production, like in my field, right? These people who have gone to school and studied something, they are a little bit pained. Because I feel like that lady, the Kibonen that we are talking about now, she is pained because if you just move around the streets in Cameroon and you ask who are fashion designers, they will list you Shasha, Djec, Fashion Marita, whereas no man know Kibonen.
She knows very well that Cameroon has grown to have fashion designers. I've done Boya Fashion Week. I've seen talent. I have people who are writing to me to continue that show. It's just because of finances I can't do it.
Tailors are not doctors. If you have your big stomach, to be honest, go to the gym.
I don't have a good shape. I would say it's any day, anytime. So I cannot go and wear something that doesn't suit me. But when you advise clients, which is something I really wish they get to understand.
I do advise my client and I choose my client. If I tell you this is not good for you and you insist, I will not do it for you.
Which year was that? Camif last year.
Yeah.
There was a photographer there that people go to direct and be like, no, she snapped me. Please use your camera.
Fine Line, brought to you by Jam TV.
Hello everyone and welcome to yet another episode of the Fine Line Show. As usual, I'll be your host Golda, and hosting alongside me is Mccoy, the wildest producer.
Oh my God, Golda. Today you look gold, blinking in gold like your name Golda. So for today, guys, welcome to the show again. For today, we shall be talking about a very interesting topic, which is, has African fashion sold out? And we have very prolific fashion industry stakeholders in the Cameroon entertainment scene who are here with us to share their insights on this amazing topic. So I'll let Golda introduce our special guest with us here today.
Yes, I'll just get right to it. So sitting on my right is Ndum Djec, aka Djec Fashion. He's a designer and a fashion icon. And sitting to Mccoy's
Mccoy's left.
I always get that wrong. Is Reneta Ndisang. She's the creative director of Marital West, a female fashionist brand based right here in Cameroon. Thank you guys for doing the nice speaking presence. How do you feel? Let's start with Djec. How do you feel today?
I'm feeling great. I'm feeling honored to be part of this show, and I think it'll be something massive. So, thank you.
Thank you too. How do you feel being here today, Reneta?
No, I'm all right. I'm fine. Anything fashion, I'm ready to be there.
Okay, so let me start with you. Like, what does fashion mean to you?
To me, fashion is art. It's a piece of art, like another way to express your inner self, the artistic side of you. So to me, that's what fashion is all about.
Okay, what about you, Mr. Djec? What does fashion in general, what does fashion mean to you?
Fashion for me is a self-expression of art personally on any craft you do. Because fashion engloves everything. And I would say tailoring is just a part of fashion. So giving out your best, giving out your emotion on fabrics, on painting, on individuals, for me that's fashion. Yeah.
I see.
When he was explaining what fashion means to me, he said tailoring is just like a small part of it. Can you expatiate a little bit on all the other parts that make fashion as a whole?
Fashion englobes you dressing up, and dressing up means hair, shoe, makeup. So everything that comes on with you to give the best of you out there, for me that's fashion. Nails is fashion, hair is fashion, makeup is fashion, and each and every one of us have that self-expression of how to do each and every of those touch on us. Yeah.
Okay. Now moving on to like African fashion. You are a fashion designer, right? So will you call yourself an African fashion designer or just a fashion designer?
When I started, it was always fashion designer. I never used to specify if I'm African or not. I don't want it to sound a little bit racist. I just like it to be general. Yeah, so I consider myself a fashion designer as well as a tailor at the same time. But I'll never generalize that I'm an African fashion designer. People can do that, but not me.
Yeah, but I think some people instead add the African and it gives some sort of prestige, like this is African, you know. We see a lot of people from the Western world now moving towards African fashion. So don't you rather see it as a way of, you know, African, like is that particular based on the origin where you're coming from?
The thing is, when you say African designer, some people think you're talking just about the African fabrics as well. So I feel like generalizing it is better off than just standing on one part. Because on that one part, people would think you're using just African fabrics like lace, the African lace, African prints, and things like that.
So, Mr. Djec Fashion, do you share the same idea with Marita West that she sees herself as a fashion designer? She doesn't want to limit it to just Africans. I want to know about you as Djec Fashion. I noticed you've worked, I think, mostly with Africans. So, will you term yourself as an African fashion designer or just a fashion designer in general?
For me, I would call myself a fashion designer because you said I've worked with African celebrities, but that's not my limit. So I can't say I'm an African fashion designer. I'm a fashion designer, and it includes me going international because that's my big move, going on international red carpets, dressing big celebrities. Yeah. So I call myself a fashion designer and moreover a tailor because being a tailor is something I am proud of. I am proud to say I'm a tailor today because it has changed my life. You do understand? It's something I didn't believe in it, but today, people actually avoid the name being tailor. Me, I call myself Cameroon local tailor. Before being an international someone, I started somewhere local.
Yeah.
Yes, and so when we were talking about being a tailor, right? This question I want to put it like, is every tailor creative, or are there some people that are just tailors and some people are both tailors and fashion creators? Like,
What I would say, tailoring is different from, yeah, being a tailor is different from being a fashion designer. Tailors are meant to recreate what fashion designer is supposed out there. Fashion designer are creative, right? We go on board, we come out with different ideas, putting all together to give something unique. But tailors are men out there to recreate what exists already.
Okay, so tailors cannot be creative.
Not all tailors, not all tailors are creative.
Okay, I see. So if you're a creative tailor, that makes you not a designer.
Still, there are still fashion designers that doesn't sew.
yeah,
Their aim is in creating. So now they have tailors executing what they have put in place.
Okay, I see. So I like how both of you say you are not limiting yourself to Africa, you are designers. But now when I go now to your designs, I see like the source and fabric, I've noticed like it's mostly towards the African like type of fabrics. I'll talk about Marita West. I've seen you do the print and all. So when it comes to your brand, were you intentional with that, or you're just starting here and then at some point you would embrace other cultures which are not African?
Okay.
Yeah.
When I started in 2010, my initial idea was selling out the African prints. So my idea was doing everything to bring in the African prints within it, African accessories, and sell to the world because we have very beautiful prints that are not seen. And lately, I realized that the African prints have been slipping in fashion designers' hands. So being a fashion designer doesn't limit me to fabrics. Because I'm not calling myself an African fashion designer doesn't mean can't use an African print to work with. So I love using African prints to work with, and I'll use any prints, leather, um, um, satin, whatever prints I find I lay my hands on. I'll use it to create something out of it. I don't mind the print. So
Okay, when you look, sorry to cut you short, when you look at the world sense, do you think people are moving towards this African prints much more than the entire other regions of the world?
yeah, a lot of people love the African prints. A lot of people around the world.
What do you think, Jake? Do you think Africa is winning fashion wise now in the world sense?
I would say Africa is slow, actually, from my point of view.
Okay.
The demand on the international markets comes with so many conditions in place. The Occidental or the Oriental side love stretchy fabrics, and I think most of our African fabric doesn't stretch. That limits us ability to go on an international scale.
When you say stretchy, I don't understand, like stretchy how.
They want fabric where they feel comfortable in.
Okay, like what Golda is wearing.
Yeah, as long as it's stretched, not very
our
stretchy,
African
as long as
fabrics
it's stretched.
don't.
Yeah, so that's actually what limits us. So if we could have more of African printed on stretchy fabric, I think we will win more of markets, because our fabrics limit us in some designs. We can't exceed our creative mind based on our fabric. Yes, selling the African print is our fight for our African culture not to disappear.
They don't die out.
Yes, but we have to try now to reach the international level, because limiting ourselves here is not selling, because the real market is there.
I actually have a little confusion. Ashwebi, I don't know. Ashwebi is a general word, guy. And my basic understanding of Ashwebi is that, okay, if you have a wedding, Ashwebi means what everybody is going to wear. Right? Like the fabric that, really the fabric makes the printing and everything that everybody's going to wear is what we call Ashwebi. Is Ashwebi, so I'm very confused. Is it like limited to African
Prints, yeah.
African prints, or is Ashwebi is
Can be anything.
what
Okay.
right? Which is it something that okay, based on that, you said the Ashwebi put it down and eating. That's what people always say. So I don't know if it's that the word Ashwebi came from like African prints, or Ashwebi is even in the American culture. This is what all of us wear. Can we also call that Ashwebi, or Ashwebi is only African?
I think Asobi or Ashwabi.
Aswabi or Ashwa?
Swabi.
Aswabi.
Okay.
In Cameroon, we call it Aswabi.
Ashwabi.
Yes,
But
and others who call it Asobi. I think it's an African. It's part of an African culture. It's not like it's something. It's African culture, because even when you look at those from Zulu, they're like South Africa, East Africa, they also follow that culture. Nigeria, Cameroon, it's African culture in such a way that if there's a party, people want to have the same. If there's a funeral, it has to be like that. In the Western world, they wear their black and that's it, or they wear white and that's it, depending on who passed away. So that's what I feel Asobi is.
Can you call that Ashwebi?
But I think I've seen
No.
For me, actually, Ashabi is like what's an African word meant to generalize the same people putting on the same dress
or similar
for a particular occasion.
event.
Yes. So it's not like whites don't wear Ashabi, but they don't call it that way. They have their own names. Yeah. They have their own slants they use it for. Also in Africa, we use Ashabi as generalized something. Yes.
Okay, but Marita just said here that like in Western events you would just see them Western, but I think I've seen that Ashabi kind of culture with the with the white people, or let's say with the non-Africans.
Yes.
Like they would have a particular fabric that, unless you say that.
That's their corruption exactly.
Okay, it originated from us. Oh, I see.
Something from us.
Yes. No, definitely they are. Definitely they are.
That means we are winning, Djec. You see with this loan now.
We copy some things, but not all. Right? Us African, we copy the good, the bad, and everything. But the Occidental copy most of the good things and allow the bad ones. You don't understand? So, for me, that's it.
There is the battle of the Peter.
Fashion wise.
No, I think it's meant for another day.
Okay, like say something. I am putting on makeup right now. I don't know if this is from the Western world or this is Cameroon. No, our eczema that we finish, we need to tell that is not makeup. That's fashion.
Makeup on a man has always been in fashion for a very long time.
African.
In African culture, it seemed like the other day, like the anklets we wear. Somebody was like, "Oh, you're a prostitute." I said, "No, it's an African culture. Go back and research." Yes, go back and research. There's a country that when a woman wears anklet, it shows her richness and things like that. So it's an African culture. So you putting on makeup, to some extent, if you go and research, you realize that Africans used to wear makeups back in the days. But something that is not.
I'm proud of my makeup now today.
It's
I was
because we
scared.
don't research. It's because we don't research. So we'll not know certain kind of things. We use our phones.
Even heels. I heard heels was first of all for guys.
Yes, guys used to wear heels.
No, I mean it was first of all meant for guys. Like when some.
I
What do you
don't know
think, Jen?
about
Do you know about that?
Honestly, for me, cultures differ from every part of the world. What she said is some from part of the world, ladies put anklets and it symbolizes riches. Some other
Some places
parts
is different.
is different. So everyone choose where he or she want to put their mind on. It's like
The subject.
Your mindset.
or with the Bible here, we have different interpretations. That's clear. That's the way I see life.
That's I second that point.
I remember I think 2 Christmases ago, I bought this really beautiful dress. I loved it. It exposes the upper part of my stomach a little bit. It doesn't really show my level. And then I took some pictures and I posted them on my WhatsApp status, and my mom saw that she had a fit. She shouted, said, "Oh, my child is
You want came in narrate this.
she's showing her stomach, she's showing all of her body outside. What do you want to show?" Blah blah blah. Shouted, called me. She didn't call me all kinds of names, but she was basically saying she's disappointed in me, right? And then I was like, okay, she's from a different generation. I'm not going to question my mom today. I called my elder sister who is more understanding, and I told her that, look at, these are the messages that your mom sent it to me. Please call her, because if I start talking today, I'm not happy. And so when she called my mom, she was like, "Mom, you can't talk to your child like that, blah blah blah. You know, why do you take offense with it?" She said, "No, my child is looking like a prostitute, she's looking like this." And then my sister asked her, "In India, do they not dress that same way? What do you think of Indian men? I mean, the dress and walls is almost like that of India."
And I see their stomach, their belly.
The Indian, yes, material. And my mom was like, my sister was like, "Do India not dress that same way? What do you think about India?" My mom said, "No, Indians are good. They are great. They look very stylish." Then my sister said, "Okay, look at that picture and look at an Indian person. What's the difference?"
I'm telling
My
you.
mom realized that it's a social construct.
Yeah, I think about that. In some part of Africa, so people do dress like that. To me, I feel like our African parents have that mindset that when you wear something that exposes just a little part of your body, you're not a good child, which is really bad.
It's the opposite though.
Yeah.
Those decent ones that look decent in dressing.
Exactly. Because personally, when I came in, I had something long. I had to go and change because I was feeling heat. I'm not somebody that will wear long something. I'll always wear my shorts and I'm gone. I'm comfortable in it. Dressing is how comfortable you feel.
No, I think it's culture tied to, if you were like, I don't know, these Muslims that they have to just leave the eyes. You have no choice. Unless you're at home also.
Yeah. So our parents, I feel like our African parents need to learn more about dressing and not judging your kids or judging the people next to you or judging somebody. Because I've worn a crop top to the market and a woman was trying to pull my dress and I turned and told her that stop it.
Finish.
I mean, I'll launch you slap.
I told
like
her that
slime.
stop it. You are pulling my dress, but your daughter or son is doing the worst. So don't touch my dress.
They've given her a hot one on her jaw.
Yeah. No.
Like slime. Like there was this guy online that he was walking on the roadside with his trousers sagging, and then
Yes.
that one was insulting.
That thing was
Scam, I
bad.
work at the 4 people that picking the road. He just went on her, and I was like, she deserves it. People came on me like, oh, as Africans, everybody out there as a woman who's older than you is your mother, and she has the right to correct you. But I don't think fashion, like any man, correct you're picking it for us, then what do you think about that, Djec?
No.
If you wear whatever earrings and then some mother on the road in Africa
Oh,
here is
grandfather.
trying to stop you. Have you experienced that, by the way?
No, I haven't.
Why not? Because you're always looking at
I feel
African
like
descent.
not being decent, as long as I feel comfortable in what you do, we all will live this life alone and it's personal. Yeah. At first, I was putting color on my head. It's not like I've stopped though, but
Jericho.
I feel like, no, not recall though.
I think Jericho.
Yeah, I still do, right? But the first time I put it, my mom was like, you put color on your hair and it makes you bad. You don't understand. I told her, what's in my heart is different from what's physical. Because some people will still cover the what you want to see, but innerly is different. Yeah, so I feel like it's personal. I feel like you dress the way you want. Feel free in everything you do. Yeah.
Oh,
So we're talking about we
Okay.
spoke about African parents. Let's go to our African celebrities, specifically here in this Cameroon.
that's not what I asked.
Yes.
Because I don't know if I don't know if it's you. Is this Abbas guy in Nigeria calls himself the king of corset or something? Or is it you?
No, it's not about
But you have something corset, like you have something. What's
The
it?
king of snatching.
Okay, king
King
of
of
snatching.
snatching,
I
okay.
went to be corset like since 3 or how many years ago as corsets came to Cameroon. Everywhere, ladies are like
It has just died there and sitting like it.
some don't look good.
Not everyone.
Not yours though. I love yours.
Not everyone. Not every corset you see out there is perfectly done, right? Everyone has his own way to sew a trouser. If you don't learn the good one, you won't get there. You go to acquire knowledge. You spend on your brand to make sure you get exactly what you want. Corset is a structure meant to define your waistline and not to compress you. You have to put on a corset and feel comfortable in what you are wearing. My clients feel comfortable, and if a client comes to you, as long as the dress is perfectly beautiful and the client don't feel comfortable, the client will never come back. That's clear.
What if somebody wants to be snatched
Like Bobrisky.
more than the way they have to?
Honestly,
Do you do it?
we tailors are not doctors. If you have your big stomach,
Yes.
to be
Go
honest,
to the gym.
go to the gym. I have clients planning their wedding 2 years ago. They go on therapy to look good on their wedding. You will not come with
Forums.
and expect us to do magic. It's not like I'm trying to put down someone or not, but everyone has to work on his or her own body. Don't come and stress us and think we are doctors.
Yeah, okay, see, but let me now take this now to marital ways. I thought there are other hacks, like there are ways you could add foam and things to give the curvy, to give the perception that the other person get big belly, but if you add some small foam for inside, if you did
I think I'll cut her for that. See, if you have a big stomach,
Yes.
like you put your hips how,
Yes.
your shape will not come out.
Yes.
What matters on your body is your waistline as a lady.
Yeah.
this from the king of snatch.
You could have your very small nyash. You see,
I've had issues with clients, and when you tell them this, they don't listen. I'm not a corsetry person. Me, I'm more of an artist person, yes. But it's very difficult to advise Cameroonians about what
Not
Where-
more like Shakira,
yes.
we don't get this.
when they have come with something, they want that thing. And they don't look at their body. Personally, I cannot wear corset. The first time I wore corset was, I think, a year after I had my surgery. And when the photographers and myself were doing my photo shoot, it was not really too much of a corset because I still had my wound fresh. I told them that we're done with the shoot because I couldn't. First, my tummy, I don't have a good shape. That's the first thing. I don't have a good shape. I would say it's any day, anytime. So I cannot go and wear something that doesn't suit me. But when you advise clients, which is something I really wish they get to understand.
I do advise my client and I choose my client. If I tell you this is not good for you and you insist, I will not do it for you. I sell my brand, I sell my work.
It's a privilege.
Wait a minute.
He has a
Shoot your
privilege.
client. Go
Because
on the
you
body,
have
so
the
some you turn it
privilege.
down.
No, not me having the privilege.
You have the privilege to your Djec fashion.
No. How did I get there? It's not like I started Djec fashion like
So you started choosing from the beginning.
Yeah.
not choosing from the beginning.
Not from the beginning.
Okay, tell us.
Uh-huh.
The more you go, you walk, the more you go, the more you get to understand how to improve on your brand. If you accept clients who smash you, honestly, you keep being snatched.
And
Client,
truly,
for me,
right,
I take
because
client
I've
as a
let
king.
that happen so
I take client as king, not as you being right all the time.
Yeah.
King do makes mistakes, and if you tell me that, I tell you there. You understand? King do make mistake, and he has people around him that tell him, okay, yeah, you made a mistake. Not like you're always right. My brand is my pride. My brand is what I sell out there, and if I feel like you don't sell my brand on what level I want.
I thought, sorry, I thought that a very good fashion designer should be able to tailor whatever design. Let's say it was on the curvy Fantana, who is on the reality show. She's so curvy, right? I thought, let's say somebody who has a different body type can have that same dress, and you do it for that person, even the person is straight. So
No,
Accept
you
your
know,
morphology.
you have to
Reality.
accept
the
their
reality.
reality.
like I was not comfortable when Marita said she does not have a good shape. I'm like,
That's
No,
accepting.
see, I'm
you know
accepting my
what
reality.
to wear, right?
I understand it.
Some people are good in suits. Some people are good in free.
Perfect.
If you feel like corset doesn't go for you, allow corset.
oh, that's true.
There are so many parts of fashion. There are so many lines of. There are so many
There are so many trends that are going
trends. Not just
And-
corset.
And the one thing I'm happy lately about some of my clients is they're beginning to realize that corset is not comfortable for them. So they're like, I have one that will tell me that, hey, Marita, see, I beg, no corset. I'm like,
This is one person here. She's
I-
now one. She will never wear corset.
I've vowed because I tell Mccoy all the time, it has come and died here in Africa. We have abused the help. Okay, now let me ask you. But let me
No,
but let me say
you
something.
haven't worn my
Okay,
corset,
convince me.
right? I have leads of ages, like celebrating their 70th birthday, and they still feel comfortable.
His doesn't look too snatched like the uncomfortable type.
It's structure meant to define your waistline and not to compress you. That's what you have to understand. Just the waistline, not the hips. Just your waistline. You not come and be pressing here, pressing here. How will you feel comfortable? How will you love to wear it? Sometimes you don't feel comfortable.
My problem with it is not the science behind it.
Yes.
My problem with it is we have just taken the corset and we have made it what is fashion. Like we've just like corset is fashion. We're just doing corset. And I'm not saying that that's where your lane will end. I'm not saying that that's where your lane will end. Obviously, you don't do only that. And I hope that with how talented Djec is, he doesn't do only that too.
He does mostly
right?
that.
But
And only that.
because of his, but he doesn't end.
Sure, he has chosen.
That's him choosing his lane.
We are focused on the Cameroon because when someone does something and he sees he's blowing out there, everyone wants to do corset. In the fashion
What's wrong
brand,
with defining
there
your
are too
waistline?
many brands. There are freewares. Everyone has his own way to dress. Don't focus on corset.
The thing is, one thing that I would say is that the mistake we make here is that we don't come up with collections, seasonal and all that. Because like when I did a resort collection in December, I did that collection within 2 weeks because I'd already accepted being part of the event I had to go to. So I said I was going to do a resort collection. So people were expecting me to come up with things that are sophisticated. Resort is about traveling, it's about relaxation and being comfortable. So I made things that are comfortable. You travel, be classy. Those are the kind of things. So we don't have designers don't come up with collections. Because if, for instance, Djec comes up with a collection, you will follow that trend of his collection. If I come up with a collection, you follow. Collection is not that we're just doing it for that.
How many outfits make a collection, please?
It depends.
Kibone was on this show and she was saying that she doesn't even see fashion designers in Cameroon. And one of the points she gave, it was on the Diary Younger show. She said it's because how many of them make a collection? That do they even know how many outfits make a collection? So it made me to wonder, like, can you not have 4 outfits make a
She
collection?
has gone to New York Fashion School and she has more updates about that. Some of us haven't gone to such schools. Personally, I've been learning fashion from sewing, actually from fashion itself, sewing everything online and personally. But from my research I've done, collections mustn't reach 30.
Okay, but 30 is the world standard, like in the New York fashion level.
For the New York, the General Fashion Association, I forgot how they call it. It's based in France. 30 is the limited, but or more, because some people give more than 30. But it's not something for us here.
It's not something that's obligatory, I think.
Money to be producing, because when you're producing collection, you're producing various sizes, so that if people are placing orders, you can be able to give them that, okay, this. But that's why you see most African fashion designers who put a collection out there and said ready for pre-order. They're trying to make you to understand that this piece you can pre-order at any day, anytime. So it's, to me, I don't feel it's about limiting it to 30. It's up to you if you want to do 30, 40, 52 pieces.
But she also said something else. I want to know if you both agree with it. She said Cameroon doesn't have fashion designers.
Yeah, and she gave many points.
I want to know.
This just this point
Djec,
about colleague. Okay.
Does she have?
She said, Cameroon don't have fashion designer. Who am I, please?
That's what I want to ask now because we thought you were.
I'll disagree with Kibonen because I'm sorry to say it. I started with Kibonen. Actually, we have been on the same shows together from 2010 when I started. I was very young, one of the youngest fashion designers in Cameroon. And she knows very well that Cameroon has grown to have fashion designers. I've done Boya Fashion Week. I've seen talent. I have people who are writing to me to continue that show. It's just because of finances I can't do it. Cameroon has fashion designers. It's just that they just need an association that can make them to understand that people are going through this part. Let's take this part. We have good fashion designers. So to me, I disagree with her.
There's one thing I've realized, even in music production, like in my field, right? These people who have gone to school and studied something, they are a little bit pained because I feel like that lady, the Kibonen that we are talking about now, she is pained because if you just move around the streets in Cameroon and you ask who are fashion designers, they will list you Shasha, Djec, Fashion Marita West. No man don't know Kibonen, but you don't go to school like you know you're in New York Fashion Week, but in the country you are not known. So you come and you're just bashing everybody. So and then there is one more thing that I wanted to just say, like there are things that if you take from the Western world and apply here as it is, 30, like it will not work. So you will not want to stretch yourself as you said. You want to do different sizes. You want to go and do 30. Like where is the resources and everything to handle that? So I don't think you look at a growing industry and then you'll be like, there's no fashion here because they're not doing it in the Hollywood standard. I think.
Djec, please.
Yeah.
She said there are no fashion designers. I want
Who
you
is
to
this
tell
and who
me.
are that?
We have so many fashion designers in Cameroon.
Prolific ones.
Yes.
And to be honest, the level of which fashion designing was in 2015 has evolved. Let's give time. Me personally, I have never learned fashion design. It's a talent, right? Some people have experience, some people have talent. I think it's 6 years today I started doing tailoring, and it's not like what I wanted. But I use my talent, and if I have money, I'll go for more studies to understand the fashion industry. Because the more study you have, the more you have more opportunities to learn.
I saw you at Mickey James Fashion Masterclass.
That was actually my first masterclass. But it's important to go for masterclass, understand the way you sell yourself, right? If you notice after my masterclass, honestly, it has been selling.
Things
Because from
changed,
there,
yeah.
I look at her and I see, what is she doing that I'm not doing? Right? But you will not come behind and condemn others and saying there are no fashion designers in Cameroon. I personally disagree with that. Tell us, okay, I'm doing a masterclass to teach us how to grow in Cameroon, not insulting us. I actually totally
I learned
disagree
nothing
with
on that show.
Yes, I totally
in that
disagree with
interview.
that.
Because
It was just getting hit.
honestly,
hit
if you if you went to if honestly I'd gone to one of these schools, I was supposed to go to London Africa Fashion School. London Fashion School. That was where I wanted to go to school. So in 2009, that was when I met Kibonen. And when they saw my sketches, they were like, "Oh, you mustn't go to school. You can't do it. But just know you work with a lot of tailors. They'll disappoint you and things like that." Obviously, it happened. Yes, until when I started sewing because I lost a lot of money at some point, and I had to start learning my sewing. So I've grown with this generation. I like imagine from 2010 that I launched myself till now. You see people doing even more than you. Appreciate them.
Of course.
Don't
Mama
go
has to
on
carry it back.
TV and say they're not doing anything. Okay, you that have done something.
She's not known in Cameroon. Like,
What
bro.
master classes have you given to these young people or to these upcoming designers and all that? Some of us are resorting to tailoring because we don't have people who can realize our masterpieces or our pieces or whatever pieces we come up with. Because personally, if they had told me I would sit on a sewing machine, I would have refused.
But you do that now.
Now I do it.
I was saying that now let's divert from her.
Okay.
Well, I've said, I hope she sees this one day and learns. Okay, I want us to go to something else.
Fine Line, brought to you by Jam TV.
Caro's premiere was one of the most talked about premiere of recent. The red carpet scene. The way it was marketed, everybody knew about it. You know, it came off when something is
Just
well
quickly.
marketed.
Mhm.
You know, you understand that, oh, this thing, you know, I have to come, I have to show off, I have to do, because it's going to be big. It's something big. And you go to the red carpet. I'm assuming that all of us sitting here, we saw the turnout on the red carpet. So I want you people to tell me your opinions about that particular red carpet event.
Just to throw something, I even want also generalize it because it happens the same in
In all,
Stone. Why
but
do Cameroonians
the reason-
take red carpet serious? And what's the
Yes.
solution? How can we? I saw even Gilbert doing if he's driving and beating some people off. He's taking people off. So what's the problem? How do we solve it?
Yes.
Cameroonians.
I want to
Nigerians,
first
you
of
know
all,
the rule.
I was very specific with Carol's own. I want
Yeah,
to first
because
of all know
that's
why.
recent.
That's very recent. I want to first of all know why.
That
people
one is
think-
general. They don't.
Like, I first of all want to even know what you people think about it
Yeah.
as a whole,
Why do
and
Cameroonians don't take-
specifically and generally.
Why don't they take red carpet serious?
I think it all starts from when we started. You understand? But I think like how Gilbert does it, he's strict on his dress code. So I feel like if you, the organizer, can be strict on your dress code, it will make a lot of sense. If somebody comes that the person is not dressed the way that, if you said classy and this, that person should dress classy.
What about those who just maybe someone landing from the airport, no time, but it's very important for your event and they have to rush and come, so you drive them home?
No, there'll be time.
That's no excuse.
That
The
solution
event
can
is not finishing.
I'll talk on for Caro's premiere was, I loved it. I love the turnout. I love everything. I could not attend because I was in Nigeria. But I'll focus on Camille. I think that's the most talked about red carpet. I think Gilbert first should not make that show free. For me,
Jack and G, they can anyone.
it's meant for everyone. Before setting the standard, people need to come out there and show you how it's been done.
So
Put
others
a gate
follow.
fee, even if it's 5,000. People coming there should know, okay, I'm coming here to invest on.
5,000 for 5 days.
You understand?
So do you think that what people paid for this event she spoke about, but they're still looking poorly dressed?
Yes.
I think it's not even about the
They go
gate-
buy tickets to get poorly
I
dressed.
think it's not about the gate fee. I think this is what.
But that
No,
they can walk
no,
through.
that was
That
part.
will filter
That
out.
was
That will
part.
filter
Yeah,
out a
okay.
little bit.
That was
Yeah,
part,
yes.
first of all, yes.
Another thing I feel Gilbert should do is photographer shouldn't take everybody. You have celebrities.
Love the
Because
solution.
I will not lie.
What sells your bond is the people out there. I don't
defended
post on my
Cameroon
client, to be honest.
Me too. Even in
Twitter.
production.
I defended Cameroon until I was tired. Everybody was tagging me on Twitter that, Rennie, what's happening to your country? These are celebrities. I have to go and pick Stephanie, all these people who were well dressed, and posted on my Twitter. I was like, those are not celebrities. To be honest,
And that boy, Jack and G them.
it's not everybody that you take pictures of because you want to. Kamif is 9 years. Next year is 10. Kamif has to be on another level. And please, our celebrities should honor this Kamif. They shouldn't sit because you are having a problem with Gilbert. That should not stop you.
Some do that.
People are doing it.
For me.
Sorry, I'm saying it.
Call names.
Market yourself. I don't know people's names, but I know they are doing it. Market yourself. Use Kamif to market yourself. Honestly, Maretta West was not invited for Kamif or has never been invited for Kamif. But I market my brand through Kamif. It's another marketing strategy.
Exactly.
I'm presently sketching a 5 days outfit, which on
For Camille.
Mm.
Likewise, all of us are already making plans.
I'm already looking for locations for photo shoots. You're marketing not just Kamif, you're marketing even places like hotels. Those are things
What
that
I
lifestyle.
have noticed on Camille, what mostly goes viral is wash dresses on red carpet.
Yes.
They don't talk of the
So if he
ones.
says they can change up,
He has to limit. If someone even pay a gate fee and comes to your event,
I think that will
put people
filter.
out there, you filter
You
them
feel,
and
a great.
you filter a lot and show them actually
Because
how
Cameroons are
it's done.
stubborn. There are
Because
all these
you
things that
can't
don't
ask
work.
someone to do something and you don't do it, right? He needs to.
No, but I
That's
think
everyone. And you don't do it. I like that.
Everyone actually. If you notice, actually, before I step out somewhere, I make sure I am on point. You want to be addressed the way you are dressed. Your dressing actually implies everything on you. If I see you the way I dress, I can actually tell you what you are. So if you don't sell yourself at that point, I think it's useless. Invest on your red carpet looks. We have few of red carpets in Cameroon and we don't sell them. Nigeria have lots. When you see each of their red carpet, they don't post everyone. But what trends more is the celebrities, the great outfits, not the worst outfits.
And it trends.
And it trends
Very
That's
well.
So the event. Look at AMVCA.
I would like us to talk about this strategy of driving people, because I was talking with someone who's a stakeholder in the industry, and even someone who is like working like with the whole CAMIF, and I was posing this worry about why do they have to drive people home, and that person asked, I was like, they don't do that at AMVCA. The person asked me that, how am I sure they don't do that? That they show us what is
They
clean.
show us what is
They
clean.
might be
Exactly.
driving. They might be doing it.
Exactly. I saw red carpets. Yes, the screens.
Coming because I would say I'm in a group, this Big Brother Niger group, and there was somebody in that group that went for AMVCA. They didn't allow her to enter.
Oh my God.
Wasn't invited, so she had to use a strategy to get in because she
Mark.
needed pictures and videos for
So show say
content,
the
Yes.
AMVCA
for
now.
reality content. So she just needed that for content for her pages. So they do screen, but we don't know that it's not. They're showing us the good side of AMVCA, and that's what we should do for Camille.
Kudos to Ki, but more power to
Because that's
the
what we should
drive
sell
them when they
in.
don't do
Good
it.
side.
See, sometimes I always say fake it till you make it. Some outfit may not be great as that, right? But the photography actually changed everything. Some outfits you see, we on social media, we love fake life. That's clear, right? If you're going out there, photo shoot, actually take time, have your team, right? You see Carols, actually, before stepping out on the carpet, you saw pictures.
Yeah,
That's to show you. Even
they've
if you,
already done before the
that's
event
what
day.
we want, right? You won't see phone pictures and expect us to trend. No. A red carpet is meant to be planned ahead of time. We have stylists, we have designers, put everything in place to make sure your hair, your makeup, your nails, everything is on point.
And we have a problem here. Cameroonians cannot differentiate between a fashion designer and
And a stylist.
And a stylist,
And a
yes.
stylist. That's another.
not every fashion designer is a
It's a stylist.
Tell them
oh.
that's your
Not
camera.
every fashion
They
designer
can
is a
design your
stylist.
dress, but
A
they'll not tell you
stylist is
the hair
somebody
to
who
wear.
puts. A stylist is someone who puts your accessories, your hair, your shoes, everything you have to wear for that event, or plan even your location. That's a stylist. A fashion designer. Some fashion designers are stylists. Personally, I do both. I do the styling, I do that. So not everybody does it.
Yeah.
The stylist is meant to tell you which tailor you will go to, how it's been done,
So,
everything.
yeah.
Because if you notice most
That's
in Nigeria,
another job.
they drag tailors and stylists. Because if I come to you for a styling job, right, the end has to be top up.
Yeah.
Yes, you see the drag the stylist. Please make sure this doesn't happen. I saw this on a video, so we have to make sure we step our game. We make sure everything is on point on our red carpet. Not
But
just
when it comes to photography, I'm hearing you guys blaming the attendees, but the organizers, as we said, photography can fix an outfit, it can also spoil an outfit, right?
like me
organizers-
personally, if I go for red carpet, it's not like I will tell you I won't. I personally don't snap on red carpet.
Why?
I feel
Because
like
the event they will post it and bloggers pick it up and
Why-
start
why-
going.
Why?
Wait,
do
you
you
don't
not-
even check them.
Like Caro's event, the person who wore a Marita West, the picture on the red carpet and
the photography picture?
were two different
Two
things.
different things. Because the quality. Why do you not snap on the red carpet? Is it only
why?
limited to
Why is
Cameroon?
that?
I am meant to sell my image.
Yeah.
Even if I am not fine in face, my picture has to look good.
But why don't you think that they'll give you good pictures?
So it's only in Cameroonian red carpets that you don't.
That's what he's saying.
You don't snap on. I want him to be very specific and tell us why, so that we can do
I
better.
haven't attended like a red carpet out of Cameroon. But me personally, before going on red carpet, I make sure my looks are perfect.
And you avoid the red
I
carpet.
avoid the red carpet
that are
because
not looking.
I can imagine the pictures coming out from there. It's like not imagining. I have seen so many. I have seen
They
them
don't
and they are
filter them. They just
horrible.
put it out.
Yes.
They are horrible. If you pay someone, follow up for pictures. That's what sells your event, right? If you know your event is coming up, take good photographers and make sure you insist on that. Insist on the pictures. You can even sue a photographer because it's your event.
Thank you.
It's your event. He won't come and be paid and make trash. That's I totally disagree.
Oh, okay. Which year was that? Camif last year.
Last
Was last year. Horrible. I saw people running, like people were literally running away from the pictures being taken.
Yeah.
There was a
but okay.
photographer there that people would go to direct and be like, no, snap me. No, snap me, please. Use your camera. You understand it? Because of the end result. You snap horrible pictures. You put your logo there at the end for people to know that you are the horrible
And bloggers
photographer
love
that
this one.
snapped it horribly.
Bloggers too, I think I will blame them. They want to sell, they are going to train, but they are forgetting that they have to sell the good image of the culture of the country.
That's true, but
Then they go for that place,
you
and
won't tell
and
them
then
what to do. It's their page, right?
With
It's
the
their
one
page.
one, then
so
all of the
there's
pictures
no
are
campaign.
bad.
Should I blame those who are putting it out?
The quality
I don't
is
know.
bad.
I don't know.
The thing is, with that, what made for me, I feel like what made Kamif trend the last year was that there's a group on Facebook called Big Brother Niger. That group has 1 million followers. If you share anything, there trends. So someone shared it there. I remember writing to a friend that these Kamif things are going to trend, and she was like, "How are you sure?" I said, "Just wait and see." Before I even knew it, I was being tapped on.
And notice that just notice it. Not just
Yes.
very by
That
the
group
last year.
has all
okay.
Africans in it. It's not one group. It's more than 20 Big Brother Niger group. But that particular group, the Amin is acting like, I don't know.
Honestly, we have to be intentional of addressing.
So
There's
I was
one
like,
celeb, one on the phone celeb I would really love to acknowledge. That's Cindy Made.
Yeah.
She takes her
Yeah,
look
kudos.
seriously.
Yes,
I've
that's
been
my
working with
girl.
Cindy, and
think she has
if you do even her hair and it's not well done, she'll tell you it's not what I want.
Yes.
Like
That's what I want to see on red carpet. That's what we want to see. We want to raise the standard of Cameroon to
intentionality.
Yes.
top notch.
Yeah.
I have worked with her, and she tells you, even if you saw something and it's not nice, she'll tell you she doesn't wear it.
Finish.
Even if you hurt your feelings.
Yes.
Finish.
There's no feelings in business. She sells her image, right? And not only to Cameroonian, she sells her image to the international world, right? So putting something wrong on her is her being wrong.
And I've had this problem because some fashion designers go like, trust me, don't you trust me? Trust me how like
No.
you married just before Simfet.
Yes.
Like just
We had
trust me.
it.
I'm like,
That's what I was
I'm
about to say.
They don't
That's what I was about to
They're like,
say.
just trust me, I'll bring something that they
Yes.
Nah.
I think I've had a lot of issues with not just celebrities, clients, because I've dressed a lot of celebrities and I don't really have problems with them. But I've had issues with clients because when I started sewing, even till now, this is something 2014 I took upon myself that I want to challenge myself. I give myself 10 years to master the act of tailoring by myself. And it got me into a lot of problems, a lot of disappointments, a lot of learning, of which I'm happy because I learned through all those processes and I'm still learning through the processes. People have met me that go for masterclass. Even my family that never used to believe in me, they have come to me, we want you to go for masterclass. And I told them, I want to go for masterclass, but not now. And if there's a place I want to go for masterclass to learn, I want to go to an Asian country.
Why?
Asians. Oh my
Wow.
God. Korea.
Asians are different.
They are different.
They are different breeds.
Yes.
They are not joking. They are the ones stopping out European fashion world. So that's the thing. But now with our celebrities, I wish they can really like come to us. If I had problem with you, come to me, I'll still dress you. I don't have a problem. You're a celebrity. I understand the master of this game. Come to me that you want me to dress you, make you fine. I'll do it. But don't bring me
Reneta, please, I'll stop you on that. Please. We don't accept just celebrities because you want to accept celebrities. I work with celebrities that give value to my brand. If you don't give value to my brand, I will not work with you.
Yeah.
But expansion, that value to your brand.
That by what
how,
way as
how
a
does
value?
someone give value to your brand?
and
How is your brand? How? Some people will work with you and treat you like a piece of shit.
Oh my God, I've experienced that. Oh my God.
Okay.
They tell us in Cameroon as piece of trash. You understand? Like we have no value. Without them, we are nothing.
Yeah.
You are here for me. I'm here for you. That's clear. If I
we're
work with
selling
you,
ourselves.
we give value to my brand. We'll be best friends. Honestly, that's what you have to accept. You don't work with all celebrities. Some will come and tell you, even if I work with you all the time, you have to be able to carry my brand. Because I sacrifice myself, I sacrifice everything to put in place this, but to look good. It's why her exigencies have to be actually be placed. She can't wear any type of thing. she's ready to cut you off at that same moment. If it's not good, it's not good.
We should
As
be
we
that
as we were
strict.
talking, I just remembered like you designed this outfit I wore for Meshi's release party. It was red. The red. Do you remember? I mean, I was so proud of the fact that Djec fashion design. I was so proud of it. But it just made me to want to ask you the same question because now you are king of snatch. Like you do mostly corset, as I see. As a fashion designer who has picked this niche, do you still accept people right now that want something else that's not from what you want to do? Like, let's say me, if I want something, can you still get to do it now that you've chosen the corset lane mostly?
Corset is part of my brand. It's not that
Okay, it's not
It's not
the
your
only
whole
thing you do.
it's not your whole brand.
So most
Okay.
of your male outfits that you wear are designed by.
exactly.
Okay. What about you? Do you stay on your niche or you're open? Okay, one day I was to get some outfits from Shasha, the bridal gowns. The person who had me to purchase them wanted a different fabric. She told me that no, she does. At that point, she told me that no, just Togo material. If the person don't want the Togo material, then you know if you do one.
That's
But I think now I've
it,
seen
I
her
think
doing different fabrics.
it depends on you. It depends on
Thing is, some of us, it takes time for us to realize our niche.
Yeah.
When I started, I've always been doing gowns, and I've always loved doing gowns. And because I'm someone that loves trousers, yes, and jumpsuits. Like there's a particular girl that loves. She always comes and say, "I love your jumpsuits." They're always, yeah. So I have my niche, but I'll always go for clients to to make them happy.
Wait, I have a question for you. I think we were talking about this backstage because you had already started having these arguments that we're having now. I don't know. But I was asking you, I think we didn't finally conclude. So I was asking you that of recent, I saw you dressing Askia for Valentine's Day, and I was really, really impressed. Not that her personal style is bad. I was just like, this is the best.
This is what I want to see every day.
Nice. I was like, this is motherfucking Askia. I'm like, who put her in this? I was like, what the hell is
I had to
happening
repost
here?
that
I was
picture.
like,
I was
yeah,
like, it's beautiful.
Mark reposted. I was in disbelief. Like when I saw it, I was like, this is
This is
Askia. Like, that's not her personal style, right? And people have personal styles because that's what makes them comfortable.
Mhm.
How did you, because for me, I feel like you took her out of her comfort zone. How did you succeed in doing that? Like,
It's not the first time I've dressed as Kia, but one thing I've noticed with her is she's an artist and a rap artist. So I wanted something beach-like, but in a classy and
Yeah, I saw the cleavage exposed or something like that.
so when I sent her like the idea of what I had in mind, I knew she was expecting that, oh, this is the idea, this is the idea. So I sat, I took my time, and then I was like, these rose flowers are not going to disturb my life. So when I did the skirt, I did the bra, and I was like, let me just add. So when she saw it, I still have the video. She was like, this is not what I wanted. I was like, ask her, no, you are going to wear it.
yeah.
So you propose that to you.
Always one thing with her is she always ask me to do her something. Yeah, she's not like others. I'll be like, I want this. No. She doesn't impose. She always wants me to do her something. She has her way.
So she trusts
Yeah,
your
she trusts
work.
she
for her.
trusts my work. So when she saw it, she was angry at first. Then when everybody was like, wow, this is nice, this is artistic, then she started smiling and then like doing videos. And so I like when a celebrity goes to that level because
Leave
you
the
are a
comfort zone.
celebrity, you're a trendsetter. So she's a trendsetter. Trust me, I've had like 2 persons that like what she wore. Yes, and they've contacted me from that.
If I was a lady, I would have contacted you. I reposted that picture. I was like, why gonna
It was
give me
really
one chance? Might be a girl for a day, wear that clothes and come back as Mccoy.
So many people know it's a dress, but it's not a dress. It's a bra and it's
When you were saying the bride, I was like, was that not the gown?
no, it's not a gown.
What about
She
you,
told
Jake?
you.
Do you sometimes a client will come and you're like, no, I think this will not work for you. Let's do this. Do you propose?
Yeah, I do propose. I do. I make sure it works according to what I sell out there.
I mean, with you who says you are focused on being intentional with your brand, I think if some person being so there like Nana Mami, this will not look good on you.
I do refuse. Honestly, I do. I say I choose my clients. I choose with who I want to work. I do. If you bring something I'm not comfortable with, I tell you, ma, we don't do this.
But but when you're talking about singing, you say you also listen to the client. So it's like there's a midpoint that you have to meet with the client.
When you come to me first as a client first, if you want something unique, you pay for a consultation. When we get into the consultation, I ask you what you want. How do you expect? How do you see yourself on your big day? You don't understand. When you get to me now with your ideas, I tell you now, okay, these are my ideas, and we combine both together to get something unique. Yeah, so I bring my ideas, and if you tell me this, I tell you, no, this is not good here because we have to do this or this for you to look different. That's clear.
But
Wow.
I wanted to ask you, like, because you're very, it seems like you're very strict with your clientele.
His brand.
Yes, his brand and everything. So I want to ask you, you must have had this in the past.
Yeah.
Is there somebody that you've dressed that, and then because of how the work process went, because of how you guys worked in the process, and maybe you were giving advice and they were just like not taking it, like it was like throwing water on the dog's back, and when the process was done, you didn't repost, you've never bragged about the fact that this is my work. Is there something, or is there like a celebrity that you've dressed that has ended up like that you didn't even repost, or be like, oh, this is my work, this is what I've done?
I think not lately, but maybe.
That's why I'm asking that.
Honestly, no.
Even if it's not with a celebrity, even a normal person.
I think just said earlier that there are some of your work that you don't post.
Yes, I don't post everything.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
but not
post everything.
celebrities.
Yes.
When I say I don't post everything, it's not like I don't post my client or my clients. No. If I will create a design on my page already, or I will create someone design, I don't
Okay,
post
yeah,
it.
because it's not your
I
original.
create
What about an
I
original
post
one?
masterpiece. You don't understand?
Yeah.
If you look at my page, I don't post something a different designer has done just to give the credit to that designer. I don't want to be like, I did this. You understand? Yes. Or if you come to me with the outfits on my page already, I can't do the same outfit on my page and you expect me to post again. It's better we create a masterpiece to show the world actually that we can do something different. I always advise all my clients to do something different. It's why they pay for consultation, to get in touch with me, for us to create something unique. Because all my clients actually do pass through a consultation, and it's a paid consultation. Yeah.
So, like, in terms of when you're talking about your client, like, is it just within Cameroon, or you have international clients? Because the only
Yeah,
international
international client.
client I've seen is
If on 100
Benin.
clients,
Yeah.
I have 15 from Cameroon.
50.
Yeah, so it's more
from
okay.
Cameroon.
That's about that.
Most of my clients are based out.
Why?
Because of the way
Why?
you're talking, I can
I
believe
market
that.
myself not to the Cameroon level,
Why?
to the international level, because I want to work with the 1% of the 1% of the people who value my brand. I prefer to work with a client for a month, and I'm very much comfortable with that.
So if the percentage is that different, means you spoke about people who value your brand. So Cameroonians, they say they are not really fond of valuing people's
Cameroonians
brands.
are not
In
really,
general.
are not ready to accept the new aspect of fashion. I will take the aspect
How
of
so?
of paying outfits. I won't call amount here, but they're not ready to pay. They feel like it's, why will I pay this much for an outfit?
With the buy material and only how much?
I don't see I don't see that in my brand.
You forget
Right.
the work of art.
The creativity, intellectual property.
You tell me, if I take a work from you, you pay me a huge amount. If I do it in a day, how long did I take to acquire the knowledge I use on that dress? You do understand? So that's why I say valuing your brand is most important, because if you sell yourself at zero, people will buy you at zero. That's clear.
In the beginning, when you were like starting, was this your
I
plan?
didn't know about that.
Was your plan?
I didn't know.
Oh, 1% of the 1% in Africa, I'm not going to do this Cameroon. Like,
No, I do everyone.
yeah, you do everyone, but yes, it's still 1%.
But I prefer to work with the 1% of the 1%. Like you coming to me, you know, Djec is the person for me,
Yeah.
right? And it's not like I started that way. I've worked with everybody. But at a certain time, if you accept everyone, you will not be able to meet up. If you want to meet up with your clients, you have to be able to tell me, okay, I can work with this, this, and this. Because imagine I have 100 clients here that pay. Honestly, I can't. You will end up seeing my name on social media, dragging me that Djec cannot deliver this, cannot deliver this. It's not okay for me.
Talking about the international scene, there's this question I've been thinking to ask Marita. Like she said, if she has to go for a master class, she will only go like she's planning like the ASEAN. So I'm asking you directly, like as an African, sorry, as a fashion designer from Africa, you're not an African fashion designer, right? As an African designer from as a fashion designer from Africa, are you indirectly saying that you cannot go global without the Eastern or Western backing?
No. I've gone global though.
Yeah, I mean like.
I've gone global. It's not about that. It's just
So what's the need to not go for the African master classes?
I feel like African master classes are more about the corsetry part. You understand? What I want to learn.
Did you just say that?
Yes, I'm sorry to say.
That's short
You are
to
not
the
supposed to be
question,
sorry.
please.
That's the
No. I do understand. I do understand
He
very much. Fine,
He
I
has
do.
his reasons why he went for the master class. I have my
I know, agree. Like she hates corsets. Like she's like, why is everyone in
I have
corset?
my reason why I like Asians. Before I did not really look at it like that. I was still insisting that if I have my money, I'll go to London Fashion School because that was one of my dream schools that I wanted to go to. Then when I watched Tiana styling from Nigeria, she did this panel.
fashion.
That's about some years back. She went and learned panel from Dubai. I was like, wow, she's really doing it well. And I've seen a lot of people doing panels. I've done panels before and it came out, and after some time it will fall. I'll be like, God, I'm not doing it the right way. So the last panel I did the right way. I've never posted that picture. Like, I'm not even going to post the picture. I'm not going to do it. But it came out so perfectly that everybody that came and saw it, they were like, wow. So my reason for going to the Asian sites or any other site, even Ghana, I love Ghana fashion, is that they have a different way of looking at fashion. Like when I look at people like Chani Chan, people like Ashish Studios, when I look at their works, I'm like, man, this is what I do. This is what I like. Because I'm somebody of arts. I want to learn those techniques that they use to create a dress that will stand and just be like that, or a dress that will look like a seal share. How do they do it? So sometimes I even go on YouTube to look for what they are doing, how they made the behind the scenes of those dresses. You will find just few. So those are the things.
What about collectively? Like, okay, because we mentioned about Europe and Asia. In the world sense, will you say collectively, fashion wise, are they leading? Asia and
I feel like they are
Europe.
leading.
Okay, so now this same question I asked you, right? In terms of now African fashion going global to guys to take the lead, do we need the backing or like to, for example, fabrics from those places and like do we have to fuse them to take that lead, or Africa can just go by themselves, original content, and then just take that global lead like the Europe and Asia?
We have a lot of fabrics that come even from different parts of the world. Here in Cameroon.
So we must interrelate.
Yes, we are using them. I use a lot of fabrics that sometimes. Yes, sometimes people ask me where I get the fabrics from. I get them here. I will not lie to you. I've never gone to Douala, leave Boya, that I'm going to Douala. I'm going to shop for fabrics. I've shopped everything in Douala. Sorry, in Boya. So people always ask me, how do I get these fabrics? Yeah, there are fabrics. Yeah, these are Western fabrics we all are putting on. These are Western fabrics we are putting on. Some they'll call it cut pieces, some they'll call it different names and all that. Yes. Even there was a girl who came and she was like, oh, the satin you put use here is not same satin as that of Europe. I've seen satin from Europe. It's same.
No, wait, same as in the issue is
quality
our
is-
economy is down.
Yeah.
So what we place order for the Asian side is what the population wants.
Can
When you go to
afford.
China, yes, is that what can afford? When you go to China, even iPhones we use, they are different grades.
Yeah.
A supplier will go and tell you and tell you they'll tell you this is a grade A, grade B, grade C, grade Z. You choose what fits your money. You don't understand. So it's not like we don't use best, but the supplier sells what population.
I
Yes.
feel like good fabrics are not really available. I also usually put my stuff together, but I'm not really trying to sell myself as a fashion designer. But I never design my own thing then
No, they are
once in a while.
Yeah.
When I go to Marché Congo, I want to go and buy Super Sang. material. I never seen as on light one. I'm like, where's the thick one? Where's the thick super sang material?
Now, if they tell you a super sang for 1 meter for a super sang, a good one is 48,000. Will you buy?
I bet not 3,001
Exactly. So they bring what
That's the problem.
They bring what
They
the
can only
population
bring the-
wants.
Yes.
You don't understand? It's like people will say we have limited ourselves to corset. Honestly, there's one fashion brand I do enjoy the way she works.
What's that?
That's Margot Smart of Guanelis. She's separate from all this. You see, she does her brand, and honestly, I love the way she works.
She's more of a contemporary designer.
So she does
Yeah.
painting or things like that.
Yes, so it englobes everything in it. And I do love what she does. You see, it's not all about corset.
It's not
It's
all about
accepting what you feel comfortable in. I've accepted my corset because I love.
It's nice coming
to see
from
my-
you. When I say it's not about because I'm like,
No, it's not about
you
corset.
guys heard from him.
It's not about
No, but
corset.
it's good to
It's
wait.
not all about corset. Me, I love corset. I love when I see my clients
full
being
chest.
snatched, but they are free outfits. They are so.
I hate
Yeah, I love when I see my clients snatch.
Yes, I do love
With
it.
me, I just love a good outfit on some.
Yeah, corset or not.
From the start, I've always been doing parties, cocktail outfits, parties, smart casual. So corset is just something new. It took me time to start accepting corset because I used to refuse it. It's just that clients were too demanding, and you have some clients that have never left you. You don't want them to go away. So I had to start learning how to do that. And it's still not my thing. But I'm still happy that some of them are realizing that, oh, they cannot do with corset. And the funny part is some people don't know how corset is. When they come, I want corset. You do their thing.
It's a structure. It's actually strong.
They want
Say, man,
to
it's
give
not
them
go for
BBL.
area. First way.
You know, many people are obsessed with corset today, not because of the fact that, oh, this is so great. They're obsessed is girls, women generally, because it makes them look curvy. It gives them a shape
That's
that they've
what they
always
think.
wanted.
That's what they
That's what they
think.
think. Nigerians,
What?
honestly, with
Everybody
or
is-
without the corset, they are snatched already. The corset
never
comes
seen-
to action. They-
You're advising on to do BBL, the
No,
liposuction.
Nigerians wear the
So they're snatched already.
they wear
most of
trainers a
the
lot.
celebrities you see in Nigeria actually have done VL.
They have done BBL.
It's not a
Mhm.
problem according to you.
It's not a problem.
This is fashion.
It's a win. It's a win because now the celebrity tell us they don't have to do much.
Yes, they just have
You
to just
see
do a
it
little.
now
Go and do your
and it comes out
BBL. If
perfect.
you want to look
But
good, do your
now you will
BBL.
see someone that doesn't have the shape. I want to look exactly that way. When we snatch you say snatch
I like
more. I
the
want to
dress, but
look
not the
like
body.
I want to look like drama doll. I want to look like this person.
Mhm.
You will
And Nicki
feel
Minaj.
uncomfortable. It's
And they've
impossible.
done a lot of.
They have done a
That's
lot of
enhance the
BBL.
body.
But will you agree with me when I say that a lot of these women do the corset dress because they feel like the corset dress is going to give them that
Yes.
Yeah, that's
curvy-
what he-
that's the reason. That's one of the reasons why it has
the main
gone.
reason. Yes, but it's impossible. Your
And-
stomach is your stomach.
Yes.
Back to
And your
this
shape is your
BBL
shape,
thing,
right?
It's your shape.
See, back to this BBL thing, I would like to get Marita's point of view. Will you like encourage the ladies that want to enhance their body so
Yes.
the outfits look good? You already said yes, and I'm with you. I really love
I don't
BBL.
know.
You know, as a lady, I
Everybody
really
depends.
As long
I'm not
as you
going
feel
to. If you want to
comfortable.
feel comfortable in it,
As
up
long
to
as you feel
You know, advice
Because
I'm picking something not do, I'll do.
no matter what I say, if I say no, you will still go and do
you
it.
see one exactly.
What should I think?
Okay, but personally,
say
it
yes,
is
you
not
still-
your thing.
It's not my thing. I like the way I am.
Why
if
are
I
you
want to
saying
reduce
yes?
the stomach,
Me,
I'll do sports.
I like when a girl look good.
Bro,
Honestly, if I'm stepping out with you, they have to see you first. Before they even see me, you have to be the talk of the town. So if I feel like, or if you feel like doing that BBL is what you want to have that confidence, right? Do it, I beg.
even the cosmetic with the nose like Zik,
But
Aloma.
be ready
No,
for
come
the
on, fine, no.
consequences.
Because there are consequences.
We all came to this earth. We all will die. Babies are dying. Young girls are dying. So I feel like do what you. It's okay
Yeah,
for
God
you.
will still die at the end of
We
the
all
day.
will still die. You don't understand? For me, I always tell people, yes, if you feel like you have the money, the poor person
Now,
will tell
probably
you
ever complain.
chocolate spoils teeth. When they give him, he will eat. You don't understand? That's
Thing is,
clear.
You can tattoo yourself. It means you can do anything. So just do.
Some people will like tell me Nicki Minaj that okay, when they will get older, you will see. I'm saying Kim Kardashian has 4 children.
Okay, wait.
And has
You
girls,
say-
they
you
have
say-
4 kids,
They
they are
have
still
enhanced
looking
them.
still sweeter.
They are
They have-
looking good. Yes,
they
they have done the BBL.
It's
yeah.
continuous
Because
maintenance.
Only
they too have the money. You don't have 4 million and BBL is 4 million. You want to take all the 4 million to
4
go and
million
do-
to go and do
I go and
BBL.
say,
Then what
"Father's
will
house."
you eat?
definitely those people behind condemning will keep saying it because they don't have the means to do it. People will always be there to drag you down. That no, because the poor person will have a different mentality from each person. That's clear.
I mean, we want to keep talking about fashion. We can take the entire whole day.
But Cameroonians are curvy naturally.
Where?
Where, mommy? With
Cameroonian
the
ladies
stomach.
No,
never
that's the
ever
only
did.
problem we
Yeah.
have, the tummy. But if you
And it's
look
a
at
major
an
problem.
average Cameroonian, we have that nice figure.
Yeah,
if we
because
walk
they
on
ever
our
did.
tummy, that's when we...
But if you don't have it, you can use
How
some.
will we work on the stomach when we have Ero? We have Kati? How? It's not possible, please.
calculating everything.
Like we have spoken about many
Yes.
instances, and I really hope for us to have a part 2 of this show, like because of this episode of fashion.
Yes.
Yeah, like I've learned a lot here, and thank you for coming. So I would like Marita, please tell us where to find you on social media. Tell the viewers.
On Facebook, you can find me at Mareta. On TikTok at Mareta West Official. On Instagram at Mareta West Official. On Pinterest at Mareta West. And on Twitter, it's Rennie. In bracket Mareta West or King Shotima.
Okay, what about you, Mr. Djec Fashion?
All social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, even WhatsApp, Djec Fashion.
Yes.
Can you spell it?
Djec is DJEC.
Okay, Djec Fashion.
Then you have
Yeah.
fashion.
Yeah.
So guys, there you have it for the show. We're talking about fashion today, especially in the African society and the African entertainment space. I hope you learned something. I'd like for you guys to follow us on all social media platforms, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter,
At
Snapchat,
Fine Line Talk Show.
at Fine Line Talk Show. All of it the same. Thank you again and see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Fine Line, brought to you by Jam TV.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's toast to a successful episode.
Thank you, people, for coming
Oh,
and enjoying it and giving it.
What do we have here? Grilled chicken and... Is this mean African?
Yes,
Yeah,
very
it's-
African. What do you mean?
As you guys know me already, right? I eat with my hands, so rings off. I'm not like Djec Fashion.
Ouch, I don't eat onions.
He doesn't even choke when eating. Not all the little man are right. You go laugh for here.
I beg, please pardon me.
Now me
Have
and you know,
to-
family in a one.
Family in a
Salami
one,
that picking
brother.
them,
I swear.
Yes,
Chop go taste so.
Man,
oh, no, nothing. That is
you have to peel the chicken.
And I saw my hand, it enter my skin.
When I was growing up, I used to hate tomatoes and onions.
Really, I
No,
don't
I
like
love it.
onions today.
Just keep rolling, just keep rolling, just keep rolling.
Guys,
I feel like, oh,
The cake is giving out.
chicken is so nice.
it's not too dry, it is just soft now.
Wow.
Chicken, what's the idea behind your makeup?
So you can ask me
Yeah,
soon.
What was he
Yeah.
going for?
You can see now.
Do you
It's
like
just
it?
on camera. Djec Fashion feel it make noise for background.
Do
Do you like it?
It's good too.
So what inspired you to start the makeup?
I'm telling you, like, let me see all the questions. Let me see. I don't even just know. I don't
Just like
know.
it.
You said that you try and eat.
And the thing is, I do it just on Fine Line side.
It's out now.
Always. But I think, okay, this is it. My creative director one day was telling me that when we watched a show called, I don't know if it's It Girl. It was a show where a girl is really watching one guy that is always doing talk shows. He had a thing. Every episode he went, he put on bow tie. How did I watch that show?
No.
So if you come to a wall, he has about 300 or like 1,000 bow ties. So my creative director was showing me that this guy had something about his show. Every episode was finished, they go hang the next one. So I was like, what's that thing about you on TV? I think I decided this makeup. Because right now there's no talk show host in Cameroon with the makeup. Well, that show that boy do makeup for them. It's kind of like brand identity. And then when it comes to my personal style, I like being a sex doll. You find me okay. Like look at the rings I'm wearing is feminine or female rings. I love mixing style, like the male style, the female style. It works well for me.
How do you accept the judgment of others?
Oh, okay, yeah. The first episode we put out, a blogger came and put about it because I spoke about masturbation, and in the comment section, people were dragging the makeup. Like, see, please, your parents should have just used condom that night. So, my team, they were so worried. Golda called, they were like, you need to go. Yes, like fine line team, right? They were like, we need to go for therapy. I'm like, Papa, therapy. I beg. No years they don't start dragging me. They've been dragging me about whether it's about being
no publicity,
feminine, painting your nails, pink. I love pink. It's my most favorite color.
The bad publicity online can destroy you.
So you care about what people say?
Don't care. But if you don't care, it affects you.
It's somebody,
somehow psychologically.
Yeah, no joke. Yeah, it affects you, to be honest.
now when you cannot control it, what do? You have to just accept it and
You accept it, but before you accept, what do you do?
what?
Before you accept it now, what do you go through?
Yeah.
If you have been tracking it
And
online,
that brings
you
me to
have
the
not.
point that I told her that I am not feeling bad, not because this is not hurtful, but because I've been getting this from 10 years ago. So I've gotten used to the discussions of, oh, look at this guy, why is his style that way? But trust me, I'm sure in the beginning, I cannot remember, but I think he's right, it affected me.
Somebody
Like, I was
came
sad
and
about
beat
it.
his mom. Somebody came and beat his mom.
Yes, say, yeah,
They
people
do
just sleep that night. They
So,
don't
sorry,
use
my mommy,
condom. So they say they don't use
Mommy,
condom
the
that
poor
day.
mommy gave a day.
But to be honest, to be in the public, you have to have all the hats in this life because
You have to have laughed
you
at
never
your...
know the days.
I love it though. When they drag me, I'm happy.
No, you have to have laughed at your flaws so that if anybody else is laughing at it, you're okay.
I know you hate to be on
To
the
some
drag.
extent, and to
Don't
some
I like to be
extent,
responded in a different way, not on the bad way.
to some extent,
more than-
I
When I read
prefer
bad
when
comment on my
I'm
post,
reading
like I would die.
most times.
Why you can go there?
Because it helps me to grow.
Please, I do my
Just don't say
best.
that way they drop you bad comment.
No, you said no, grow from it because me,
You're not ready,
I
yo.
do go for it. I am ready for it, right?
I saw somebody trying to
I
drag you
don't
like
like
for you mean like this. Somebody was trying to drag you. I saw it somewhere. Was it in Nigeria? I saw it
Some
somewhere.
Nigerians
Nigerians,
spoke
yes.
about
Some
it.
Nigerian
that
drag and say,
was
what is this? What are you wearing? What in them? Okay, this guy that always done brown hair. Look at this guy on IG that's always talking. What is this? Man? What did you wear?
What's the name?
Where you never just
I love it.
Actually, me, I like.
But then again,
Max Marcelo.
Yep.
But
It's
you know,
not really
if
drag.
you are-
It wasn't like banter.
I saw some other people saying that Yemi Alade was dressed too traditionally.
It's too.
that-
She
It's
brought Africa.
Then she brought Africa into
The
the
world.
new scenario. If you look at it in the long run, don't look at it because others have said are
That
saying
is
this.
true. Our worldwide.
that's why people spoke about it.
I like
So now
what
Djec
Kem
fashion-
always said.
What did
fashion-
Kem always say? Kem always Okwa now. Please say Okwa.
No, he said she did not win the Grammy, but she won with the dress.
They gave her a medal. So people want medal like that.
Not Opa. Still one other man like that.
Chinwe Tali Agu.
No, I think it's
Why
Ukwa.
speaks more in control?
It's Ukwa. Stop at Ukwa.
So, Jack, how do you get your clients? Do they all come to you, or you reach out to some of them?
They all come to me.
So you may have
Okay.
reached out to you.
Yep.
We're very
To which
sorry.
platform?
Here we are. Instagram. The
Wow.
best. The
Instagram.
best.
But that's
Instagram.
what
Bring
sorry.
your tables, let them come to you.
The way
Yeah, I say we are sorry, Jack.
I
Yes,
love
we
it.
are.
I love
I
it.
like talking. You know the Nigeria that I work with this year.
Yeah,
I have to.
that's beautiful.
Oh.
Hope that one day I feel that if
Keep
when I meet Amy and I ask her, she'll say the same thing. Okay.
But she will. I think she will.
You can't even get to her because her.
I'll ask her, how do
her
you get to
Instagram is
meet your
blocked.
designers?
No,
Her Instagram
No, I
is
mean,
blocked. You can't text her.
no. I said when I'll get to meet her.
I know a dresser made that salesman that's like put me out there. Seeing them others always dress. That
Me
dress.
and my friend spoke about that dress.
She came to me because of that dress. Even all the other service in Nigeria came to me because of that dress.
Like this is glamour. It's just like
Wow.
you are in the garden.
So you come
Yeah,
here
you did
today.
the spiral thing,
Music
the
is our show
spiral
on the
thing. very
pedestal. Thank you very
You
much.
know what?
They will have to say, it's okay. You have said it in so
well.
many
Say
ways.
it's the local tailor.
Then Reneta is about pioneers, not pioneers. That
I know.
means before put them,
I
when
know.
we were primary, me and Djec be there for nursery school. My
Ah,
daughter was
Jesus.
designing. When my man and
Abo-
I knew I was about my other things.
before I even wanted to join showbiz,
Things.
People have to be telling us a few
Jesus.
things.
I'm shy. I'm looking like me.
Where?
Like them, we did that time with drank over the in those days for industry, in those days.
So people have been here. People have seen
We're
something.
shooting, we come to school
Yeah,
on
I've seen a
Monday.
lot of things, but
Mm-hmm.
your industry is great, though. Great. I'm
So if
happy.
somebody wants to be like you in the fashion film, how do you attract those good clients? Just do good work. You tell man to the VR for problem. Normal
Everything.
You know, you post the what you want to see on social media. Like you said, you
I'm
have
coming for classes.
I
you
don't
know.
post anything that's not selling my brand.
If I want to know anything from you, Djec, I will not ask you on camera. I'll ask you off camera because on camera, Djec, you know it's tough. It's branding, Djec. The brand not brand.
Exactly.
Djec, brand not brand. I don't trust any discussion that's happened the whole of this show. I don't trust them. Say, just do good work. What's the reason? You leave some oil, so my bag there. I go pay.
No, you can see from his work, it's quality. I always say that I don't love corset, but I always appreciate his work.
So Illuminati makes artists
You
blow. When you see
understand
them
what I
blowing, it
mean
means
now?
that I've
You
done
can
hard
see it
work.
from your work. You can see the details.
then his
the
work is
details.
having
The devil is in the
quality.
details, right? It's there.
Golda, Illuminati is in USA,
It's so
right?
cool. The
Then
finishing.
everywhere's Prada.
The finishing.
We get Illuminati, no Golda.
That's air.
We have Illuminati.
I've
They go for
been-
talented artists. So if you're looking at the art, you'll always be good. But as long as the person is not having some bad juju,
No.
how do you know Djec is not having juju?
Yeah.
No,
There's
I don't-
juju.
There is juju.
But yeah, because one thing that you tell you, look at
There is juju.
Tell the juju.
I think they're doing juju. He said there is
Maybe
juju.
people who are watching would like to join that juju.
Oh yeah, they enter lips on oil,
It's
it's a
rich
fire.
juju. Tell them to wish enter my juju. Come and pay me like 4 million.
I love it.
Have you heard Golda from the office?
You're
There is
talking
juju.
money.
There is juju.
Money speak, then the juju comes
If you
out.
see Djec fashion masterclass, only price for that masterclass now. Then graduation no go that if he did like Canal Don award night.
That was just asking him now that he's still doing the part.
Yeah.
Get for his master class.
Well,
Where?
you sent my invitation for that. I don't know why I did not attend that. It was
Oh,
like
you're going
this.
to the US.
Yeah, I'll be master class in US.
That's good.
Well, so you teach my Americans there or Africans? Any man will come from any country. Sorry, see, I tell American.
I saw you posted the various countries. So you had more from the US.
It's from Mozambique. He was in Mozambique in January. Which two places did you go and design this thing on?
Qatar and Guinea.
Because I was telling him about him coming on the show in January. He was like, he's not around. He's back in
Qatar, Guinea, and Nigeria.
So-
That's Guinea.
But Mozambique, I saw Julia. It was a Julia link up
You did a master class in Nigeria. Okay, you went and learned
for Vicky James.
from Vicky James again.
No, Nigeria was multi-client.
Okay, I've heard a client.
Where my brother?
It's the masterclass in the US for me. That's one for me.
That's nice.
I'm like, who are you going to teach? Like anybody.
No.
What are you talking about? There are a lot of
Everything.
people there.
What do you think?
Mm-hmm.